I've been wondering about the unicorn. Wondering why it's so popular, why the celebrities are in love with unicorns. Um, First celebrities dressed as mermaids. Now it's all about the unicorn. Okay? Unicorn everything. Starbucks unicorn frappuccino. The Kardashians, unicorn cakes for the children. Here she's got a little unicorn in her hairbands. This is Hollywood stars who secretly love unicorns. Like it's been everywhere. Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga. Unicorns are Hollywood's hottest trend. Here's from YouTube, a channel called Troom Troom with 13 million views, and this was their thumbnail picture. One of the earliest records of the unicorn I found was written in the book of Numbers 24:8. For instance, God brought him forth out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of an unicorn. He shall eat up the nations, his enemies, and shall break their bones and pierce them through his arrows. Some translations say they have the strength of an ox, but a lot of the newer translations have been watered down a lot, and you really have to go back to the original, like Hebrew and the Old Testament, to see what things really mean. Through a lot of prayers for understanding, I concluded that the unicorn, I gotta quit saying uniform, the unicorn in this case, as prophesied by God through Balaam, is Jesus Christ, our Messiah, and the nations are those nations who follow Satan. This unicorn depicts a fierce being with strength to literally destroy the nations of his enemies. To explain this a little further, Jacob was brought out of Egypt, and through Jacob's seed is where the Messiah comes forth. And as usual, what the devil does is he'll take God's symbols of strength and salvation, or his symbol of promise, like the rainbow, and he perverts it into a tool used to deceive and destroy, especially the innocent. So Satan took God's symbol of a powerful unicorn and perverted it into a whimsical fairy tale, and it's often depicted riding a rainbow. Here, the Urban Dictionary says that a unicorn is a single woman who wants to be the third to an established couple. But I found even worse. In old European folklore here, it says catching a unicorn is impossible unless you have access to a virgin woman. The unicorn is too strong to be caught by hunters. I read a post on Reddit, and now I can't find it, and I didn't capture it, but it was a Catholic priest. Somebody was interviewing him, and they asked him if the Virgin in the fable depicted little girls, and he answered that he didn't think it mattered whether it was little girls or little boys. I found the strangest article here. It's not even an article. It's like rules and regulations of unicorn hunting. This is from Lake Superior State University. The following regulations will be enforced by the Wild Beastal Mythical Division of the Department of Natural Unicorns of the Unicorn Hunters of Lake Superior State. And in here, they have all the rules and regulations. But, I mean, it's really is perverted. Okay, only one unicorn per month. A success ratio higher than this often results in a form of euphoria, which of course requires a mental trust. This is highly undesirable. Female unicorns may be taken since no one has ever cited a female unicorn. It is believed that males reproduce asexually. And that made me wonder too, which I'll do more research on. I just found a little bit on it, like eunuch and for unicorn, but that's a whole different thing I've got to study up on. Okay, approved questing devices. Unicorns may be taken with serious intent, lambic pentameter, general levity, sweet talk. The bait. The only recognized legal unicorn bait is a virgin. While it is not illegal to use simulated virgins, such practice is definitely not cricket, as any student of Arthur knows. And this just goes on, like, unicorns may be taken during daylight and dark, except for those hours when the tooth fairy is about. She was once frightened by a grumpy unicorn, and in deference to her attitude, we make the exception. Some unicorns have been banded by the DNU to indicate age and level of aesthetic energy. And again, this is from the Department of Natural Unicorns of Lake Superior State University. It goes on. Like, you can look it up. There's a lot in here. I don't want to get too boring here. But, remember number 3 here, the pinking shears, because I did see something that could relate to that. Yeah, so, and here's something I found. But unicorns in art are not always associated with purity and chastity. There was another tradition that emphasized the ferocity of the animal. In a 16th century print by the German artist Albrecht Dürer left, there's the picture. I think I have it on the next page. The unicorn is the vehicle of violation, carrying the Greek god Hades as he abducts the maiden Persephone. This heavy shaggy mount with its serrated horn, like a warhorse with a bayonet sticking out from between its eyes. Okay, the serrated horn, that has to have a connection with the pinking shears they're talking about. So, these perverts, who knows what they're doing. Okay, here I found this. Boeing names a Virgin America plane Unicorn Chaser. This is by this person right here. Looks like a little kid. Okay, here's a supposed art of a unicorn and a virgin. I mean, this stuff is really strange. Unicorn is Scotland's national animal, which the more deep you think about things like the Scottish rites, this pagan gods, the Freemasonry, it's just all connects back to Satan, really. Okay? And then I found this. It says Babylonians idolized this enchanting specimen, while peoples from the Indus Valley civilization incorporated the unicorn into ancient seals. Similarly, unicorns feature in written accounts from the ancient Greeks, Romans, and Persians. And here on the next page, here's the picture, the seal here of the unicorn. And I noticed he's very well endowed. That's disgusting. Yeah. Unicorns are synonymous with purity, nobility, masculinity, power, courage, and an unrivaled sense of strength. They also possess immense healing powers. The legend goes that a unicorn's horn has the ability to purify waters tainted and poisoned by this surreptitious snake. Yeah, they cannot be caught unless by virgins whose purity struck a chord with the equally as pure unicorns until they fell asleep in their laps. And then it says many see this as an allegory for the bond between Christ and the Virgin Mary. Now, that's just disgusting. Really, this is Isis, Seth, and Horus. Horus is Hades. Isis is who they're calling the Virgin Mary, and then Seth is the son, not Christ. They're mixing up Babylonian culture with Jesus believers. Okay, Walmart has unicorn of the Virgin of Guadalupe figurine. And I found this very interesting. The Global Unicorn Club, current private companies valued at $1 billion plus. What is a unicorn startup? A unicorn startup or unicorn company is a private company with a valuation over $1 billion. As of January 19, there are more than 300 unicorns around the world. Variants include a decacorn valued at over $10 billion and a hectacorn valued at over $100 billion. This list is huge, so I'm not going to show all of it. It's huge. Oh, and I wanted to note that most of the countries I noticed, not all of them, most of them on here, are China and the United States. But there's big companies, Uber, SpaceX, Airbnb, Pinterest, Lyft, Grab Taxi, Epic Games, Global Switch, and there's just tons and tons of them. And just connect the dots, Magic Leap, Blue Horn, Machine Zone, Compass, Square and Compass, DoorDash, Auto One Group, Credit Karma, CloudWalk. It just goes on and on and on. Look at that. Isn't that strange that they call it the unicorn companies? There's just tons and tons of them. Okay, and this is just more proof that this unicorn thing is perverted. I found this here by Emma Artless. It's called A Strange and Terrible Unicorn, The Musings of a Non-Offending Female Pedophile. Okay, this is someone I think that's against this, but it shows that the unicorns are, lumped in with all the new sexual preference ABC alphabet things. And then, like here, it says gay.unicorn.gray.tree.army. I found this interesting. A lot of these places selling unicorn, like paraphernalia, I guess you'd call it. It says right in the word PEDOS, like right in the like what the title on a lot of them. And look, this one's Sex Maravillosa. Anyway, here's another one that has PEDOS, the unicornio. Sprinkles, the unicorn's Pinterest. Lost in Translation, digital drawing. I don't understand this unicorn fart. That's ridiculous. But look at PEDOS again. Amazon sells a game. Unicorns are your friends. Build a unicorn army. Betray your friends. And this just seems like it's they're using like, what do you call it? Like I forget what they're called. Like words that would stick out. Okay, unicorns up to 75%. Save on unicorns. And why would it say top ratings? Find hot deals and get the best prices. Don't miss it and get the best deals now. Top ratings for unicorns? Unless it's like child trafficking. Here's that picture again. 9 amazing unicorn fast food. 13 million views. I hate to even show that picture, but I have to because I want to spread the word what's going on here. Here we go back. God brought him forth out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of an unicorn. He shall eat up the nations, his enemies, and shall break their bones and pierce them through with his arrows. So the unicorn is really a depiction of our Messiah coming back and smashing Satan's nations. Not like this says here, when unicorns mean innocence, unicorns are strongly associated with the feminine, and as such have traditionally appeared as a symbol of chastity, the divine power that nurtures all living things. Isis and all the other female goddesses, and an emblem of the word of divine presence. I remembered the word catchphrase. Okay, here's another. Welcome to the Unicorn Club, learning from billion-dollar startups. Our data is based on publicly available sources such as Crunchbase, LinkedIn, and Wikipedia. It is based on a snapshot in time, which has definite limitations. Here is a summary of what we've learned. Follow the list. Learnings to date about the Unicorn Club. And these are businesses, billion-dollar businesses. Book being the breakout unicorn. Doesn't that tell you something? Consumer-oriented unicorns have been more plentiful and created more value in aggregate, even excluding Facebook. Okay. Higher returns on private investment. And then here's some ads here for some websites. Parties, New York Kids Club, Unicorn Extravaganza. New York Kids Club can accommodate up to 40 children. A $300 deposit will be charged. There's a few more here. And I'd like to end this video. I'd like to pray for the children, the babies, and the innocent, and the lost. People are waking up. This is crazy how, we've been living in this world, a lot of us not knowing that there was an evil meaning behind just about everything. So Proverbs 24:11-12. This is what we're supposed to do to play our part in God's army. Rescue those who are being taken away to death. Hold back those who are stumbling to the slaughter. If you say, behold, we did not know this, does not he who weighs the heart perceive it? Does not he who keeps watch over your soul know it? And will he not repay man according to his work? So, this is why I'm doing videos like this and the other ones too. We're supposed to spread the word. And, you know, I've heard other people say this too, that I think there's a spirit that's working, a spirit of exhaustion. Like, for about a week, I was so exhausted, I'm not exaggerating, I could barely speak, let